everyone, good day. So today I would like to share some gentle exercise that it may help to the people that are going through before our hip replacement surgery, so that it may help to support mobility and flexibility and muscle strength to preparing a surgery for hip replacement surgery. So these exercise are simple movement only that is always recommended to ready what is muscle affected for the before the hip replacement surgery. So what is the muscle affected that it may be used for exercise that I'm going to show later. So before we begin the exercise, let's first talk the muscle that involve of the hip involved to the incoming hip replacement surgery. What is the support and stabilize with the hip joint? Some of those muscle maybe become weak or tight are preparing for hip replacement surgery. So one of the main muscles that support of the hip joint is the gluteus maximus. This is the largest muscle of the buttocks around here. This area that help the movement with such as standing, walking, climbing stairs, and keeping this muscle active may help support for before hip surgery. Muscles are located on the buttocks and here. So this muscle are play with the support of the hip and the pelvic. The action of this muscle is to extend the hips like this. Okay? So one of the exercise to use the glute is by walking. So for my walking glute activation, real slow simple one. Okay? So every time my foot hit the ground, like this, so I minimize to use the hamstring, right? So I'm gonna take a step to, I'm gonna forcibly to use this, contract my glute, and take another step at like a heel strike. So like contract my glute. So it look like this. Glute, 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 glute. The next exercise is sit to stand. This exercise is to activate your hip and pelvic in your glutes muscle also. So we use the chair here. And you need to sit in the chair with the feet flat on the floor and slowly stand up gently and sit back down. And you can put your arms, your hand like this and like stand up slowly and gently sit and stand up slowly and gently sit. Make sure that your buttocks is not over on the chair. It's just only on the half area on the chair. Then you can use and put your arm together like you embrace yourself and slowly stand up and gently sit back. Slowly stand up, gently sit back. So repeat this movement for 8 to 10 times. So stand up to the chair for your support and gently move your bad hip, your hip, especially the one for the hip replacement, and keep it like this kick back on the back and hold a little bit and slowly put it back and keep on 8 to 10 repetition. But you need to do also the other one to balance the strength on your both hips. I'm going to perform the glute bridge that is also connected with the glute muscle, and also the secondary is the hamstring. So I need to lie down on this table, okay? So I need to lie down on the table. Make sure my both feet is like a feet apart, okay? And make sure your hand is relaxed on the table. And slowly lift up your buttocks or glutes up and hold for a few seconds. Take a deep breath and slowly bring it down. And do it again. Slowly lift up. Make sure that you straight your back. And slowly down. And repeat this for 8 to 10 repetition. The next exercise is also activated for your pelvic and your hip joint. It's the heel raise. So you need to stand up front, behind on this chair, on the back, and hold on the back of the chair to support, okay? For support. So slowly lift up your heels off of the floor so that you are standing on your toes. And hold this position for like a few seconds, and then slowly lower your heel back on the floor and take a deep breath and do it again. Slowly lift your heel off of the floor and slowly lower your heel back down to the floor. Then slowly lift up your heel off the floor and slowly lower heel back down. Make sure you need to do it slowly, not make it fast. So repeat this movement for 8 to 10 times. So the next muscle involved to give the exercise to strengthening the pelvic and hip before the hip replacement surgery is called the hip flexor muscle. So the hip flexor muscle is located at the front of this hip, okay? So the action of this muscle is help to lift the legs and bend the hip, okay? So which is important also for walking. When you're walking, it's like that, okay? So stepping forward and also getting up from the chair. So this exercise is like a seated marching exercise. So make sure that you are seated properly on that chair with your back straight and with your foot, two foot is on the floor. So this is called seated marching. So you need to raise one leg toward your chest slowly and go back and lift up another one slowly. So the more slowly is maintained on your good posture. This exercise is sit on the chair while your back is straight on the chair with your feet flat on the floor. Okay? So slowly lift one knee upward to your chest. Then gently lower it back down and then repeat the movement with another legs and continue alternating for the legs for 8 to 10 repetition. Okay? On each side. So once again, slowly lift one knee towards your chest and then gently lower it back to the floor And go another, gently lift up to the next leg, and the same repetition movement for 8 to 10 times repetition. The quadriceps help strengthening the knee and play an important role in movements such as standing, walking, and climbing stairs. Strengthening this muscle may help support daily activities and improve leg stability. Here are the 2 simple exercises that may help strengthening the quadriceps. Number 1 exercise is seated knee extension. And the next one is a straight leg raise that I'm gonna show it later. Straight proper on this chair with your back is straight. Make sure that your posture is okay. With your 2 foot flat on the floor, okay? So, slowly straighten your one knee, lift up your foot forward until your leg is straight. Okay? And hold this position for a few seconds. And then after that, slowly lower your foot back down to the floor. And do the other legs again. So just a slow lift up your foot forward until your legs, okay? Then hold again for another few seconds, and after that, slowly down your foot back on the floor. And do it this, repeat for 8 to 10 times on each leg. The next exercise for the quadricep is called straight leg raise. Okay, so I'm using this table to show it to you guys about the leg raise straight. So the straight leg raise, you need to lie down on the bed, lie on your back with your one knee bent on the table and the other leg straight. Keep it slowly, and the straight leg, you need to try to contract, use by your foot and ankle to contract the muscle, and slowly lift and straight leg upward to about the height of the opposite knee, and hold for a few seconds. Keep on holding until slowly lower the leg down on the table, and repeat this for 8 to 10 repetition on each leg. The hamstring muscle helps control movement of the knee and support stability of the hip during daily activities, such as walking and standing. This muscle work together with the glute muscle to support the hip and help control leg movement. Keeping the hamstring strong and flexible may help support the hip and reduce strain during movement. So one of the exercise for the pre-hip replacement on the glute muscle is called the glute bridge. It's a combination of targeting for the glute and the hamstring. So the glute bridge is also hamstring exercise and also strengthening the glutes as well and activate also the hamstring. So the primary target of the glute bridge is a glute, but it also helps strengthening the hamstring. It means the primary muscle that it work is a glute and secondary is the hamstring. So the next exercise to strengthening the hamstring muscle is called, the exercise is called standing hamstring curl, okay? Standing hamstring curl, you can also use the TheraBand, which is put on together on your legs like this. But you need to hold the chair to support, okay? And then stand behind this chair and slowly bend your knee like this. Like that. So it contracts the hamstring. It's painful. Oh my God. So it's contract the hamstring. Okay? And bring your heel towards your buttocks like this, more higher. Okay? Make sure your posture is straight. And also hold for a few seconds and then slowly lower your foot back to the floor. And do the other side, bend and keep pointing towards your glutes or buttocks and hold for a few seconds and slowly bring on the floor. And do it this for 8 to 10 times per legs. Okay? Try to sit at the edge of the chair with your both legs proper seat and both feet on the floor. Make sure your posture is okay, is good, straight. And then try to bend your legs and put the toe towards you. And lean forward. And you feel stretch from here until the calf muscle. And hold for 10 to 15 seconds. And relax. And do the other side, the other legs, and point the toe towards you and bend your body towards to your legs. You are going to slowly lean forward until you feel a stretch at the back of your legs and hold for 10 to 15 seconds. And do it this both for 8 to 10 repetition on each leg. So the next and last exercise that you need to strengthen your muscle before the surgery is called the hip abductor. Okay? So the hip abductor is located on this side of the hip. Okay? So the action of this is going away your legs through your body. This muscle is play important role to maintaining the stability while you're walking. Okay? So the strong hip abductor, okay? So the strong hip abductor are important before the hip replacement surgery because it helps stabilize the pelvis and support the safe movement. So performing these exercises before surgery may help strengthen the muscles around the hip and legs. Stronger muscles can support the joint, improve mobility, and promote better stability. This may help make recovery after surgery smoother and may allow patients to return to their daily activities and work more comfortably and safely. Side-lying leg raise, you need to have your pillow to support your head, and the inner legs you need to bend like this, and the outer legs you need to straight. Make sure the outer legs is straight, is the toe pointed towards on the front, and also your knee and your ankle here is pointed on the ceiling. So when you raise it, make sure that is straight, okay? But make sure that your ankle is toward to the ceiling like this, and hold for a few seconds and slowly bring it down and lift up again toward the ceiling and slowly bring it down. So it make your strengthening your hip abductor, okay? So you're gonna feel the movement of your hip abductor with this. So, and last that I need to perform is called the standing hip abduction or abduction, okay? It means that you stand up in front of the chair and hold the chair to support and bring your legs away from your body. So that is hip abduction or abduction, like that. So you need to stand up straight and slowly move one leg out of the side while keeping your other leg straight and your body straight, okay? And hold for a few seconds and slowly down. And do it the other side. Lift up your leg away from your body. Keep your body straight and slowly bring it down, and make sure that you feel the strengthening on your hip abductor muscle. Do it this for 8 to 10 times per legs. So the exercise that I'm going to show is the only for the pre-hip replacement surgery. This is the exercise that need to be strength the muscle that involved with the surgery, okay? Is the around of the hip joint, they have a muscle involved that you need to strengthen before the surgery. And also, some doctors, they are also advised to go for massage before the surgery so that the fascia is softened and the muscle is not tightened. So, thank you so much for watching.